episode of Trisha's Hideous Queers. Trisha can't join us tonight, she's been airlifted out. My name is Rosanna, I use they, them and she, her pronouns, whatever you fancy most. And I am joined, as ever, by Posy.
Hello, my name is Posy, I use she, her pronouns, and yes, do you know that the air ambulance costs £1,000 every time you call it? And Trisha has racked up a bill of £72,000 using the air ambulance. I play Bug, they use they, them pronouns, and they're a little Crixgo Twilight Domain cleric.
Very good, very good. I'm also joined this week by a new guest, Sam.
Hi, yeah, I'm Sam, she, her pronouns. I heard that Trisha believed that getting airlifted was the only way to get to the Fae realm. Hence all the money. Seems worth it, right?
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And we'll meet your character in the game. Yeah. And last, and by every means the least of us, it's a dog in the wind, Robbie Taylor Hunt.
I'm Robbie Taylor Hunt. I use he, him pronouns, please and thank you. And Trisha now rules the Feywild. It's a nightmare, true chaos.
After all that drama with the air ambulance.
Yeah, it was pointless.
She still hasn't paid her bill.
Yeah. Last time we found our dear Bug and Bramble with another friend, Thorn, who were down in the basement of this museum-turned-gallery, the Bauhaus Epaulette. They were down there with all these various magical items and a blade, which they think was linked to this item, which had been described in the strange tomb that they found underneath Givi's little house. Tomb, cavern, spooky underground. So tomb just makes it sound a bit spooky. When Thorn touched the blade, everything surged into life, chaos, lots of battles with suits of armor, big strange goddess, Fizante, who eventually, with Thorn submitting to it, decided to get sucked into the blade to give it its full power and potential again. It seemed to be what Fizante was trying to get them to do. They went inside, and then all the magic settled down and they returned to a place of normalcy. That's where we are now, with the blade in your hand, I believe, Bug, which has begun to give off a slight bluish glow to the grey silver of the blade, much like the skin tone of our dear Thor.
Big yikes, eh? Big yikes.
What are we meant to do with it?
I think we just keep it safe.
Do we just... Do you want to be used?
Are you bloodthirsty?
Do you want to kill things, or do you want to, sit on a nice wall above a fireplace?
Give me a... give me a perception check.
Can I do it as well?
Yeah.
I rolled a 3, so that is not great. That's a 10.
15.
But am I in a cave crevice?
I think when you're in a museum, there's less of a cave.
15.
Am I in a crevice? You're in a museum. Exactly. Yeah. What did you get, sorry?
15.
15, and you got a 10. With a 15, I think if you kind of both hands on the blade a little bit, it already had given off a little bit of a warm glow when you kind of tried to communicate with Thorn before. It kind of like begins to pulse with a bit of warmth when you talk about using it, and then when you talk about putting it above a fireplace, it fades away to nothing.
Okay.
Bug, do you mind if I keep hold of that?
Yeah, do you want to kill things with her?
Oh, yeah, a big time.
Okay.
No, it's just I'd feel better if I knew where it was.
You don't trust me?
Can the sword hear us?
Can you hear us?
Can you hear us when we're just chatting?
Gives a little bit of warmth on your hand.
Right, fuck. Can I quickly bury it in some debris?
I use mold earth.
Yes!
To make a small coffin.
Quickly, just insert that in there. I'm just going to pat it down. We'll just bury it very quick. Be like, I don't like the idea of anyone carrying a sentient killing blade, but in every sense, I don't like it if you were to be corrupted by it and it's bloodlust.
I am young and corruptible.
Yeah. And already you've started using words like bullshit, like knobhead.
I never said knobhead.
You just did! You just did!
You can both give me an inside check,
Okay.
sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, boy.
19.
18.
Cool. When at the end of last session as well, you had a thing of being like, Thorn, are you there? Which is where part of that warm glow came from. So I think thinking about it, you'd denote maybe this warmth is more Thorn connected than scary, Fizante, ghouly rubbish.
I think I knew that. I think so. But also,
yeah, I don't like someone's entire personality being stabbing things.
yeah, that's a lot. I knew a girl like that. She gets into a lot of trouble.
Is it you?
No! Grab the sword and run.
Great. You grab the sword and run out. You go through where there was.
Oh no! I also get back and be like, quick, grab the other items. Fuck, grab the other items.
And also, can I just ritual cast? We don't have to do the full 10 minutes of waiting, but like, imagine that we wait for 10 minutes for me to ritual cast detect magic, and if any of the other things that like dropped out of the blade whirly twirly thing,
The cloud of shrapnel.
the cloud of shrapnel,
Yes.
if any of that is magical
Ended
too,
me.
I want to scoop that up as well.
Very cool. So you're going to spend 10 minutes, like, looking around.
I'd like to
Yeah.
roleplay the full 10 minutes.
Yeah, okay, great. What happens
Let's
on
set a
minute
timer
one?
on our phones for 10
Exactly.
minutes.
Stare into camera. So with that 10 minutes, you go around and find that none of that was all complete like detritus. It had been like whipped up into the magical energies
Good,
by, but they're all metal things. Metal sword. You just think there's maybe some like connection there. With the detect magic also at play, before you did detect magic before everything kicked off.
And when everything was kicked off, because you told me in the first round of combat as well.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah. So that you sensed then very little magical energy, but like maybe what used to be magic somewhere once upon a time.
Yeah.
It feels like that again. Like everything has gone
Oh, it's gone
dead
again.
and void again.
My jacket!
Ooh.
I'll go into the pockets, be like, where's the stapler gone?
The stapler is there, but it's hanging lifeless. But you now know that these things did come to life somehow. They could be brought to life, so perhaps you would deduce that they're not like dead forever
I
necessarily.
just
But
keep this sopping wet straw jacket on.
yeah.
I'm like, fuck it.
I
You got this- yeah.
I just shove all of the other magical items into my very capacious, massive rucksack that I have.
Oh my god, is that
Right.
90 litres?
I'm gonna allow a cracked silver mirror with a lantern at the base.
The big chair. Can I put the big
I
chair?
don't know about the huge
I'm
armchair.
going to try and take the armchair out through the museum. Be like, no, we came in with
To make
this.
to use.
Promise.
Just stealing museum artifacts.
I'm fully, absolutely doing it.
I mean, you're gonna need to definitely group strength checks to
Okay.
move it at all. It's
Fine,
a
get onto
massive,
it.
heavy armchair. But actually, also, I mean, the large is a massive hairbrush, like indented into this like alabaster, like rock. So I think rock.
You think
though.
that I can carry that?
I'd say I think it's like that or the other. I don't think you can
Okay.
do both.
The mirror or the armchair? I think it's going to be
No,
easy.
the mirror you'll find with that smaller is the hairbrush.
The hairbrush of the
Hairbrush.
armchair.
One of you can do a hairbrush without doing a check.
This is
that's
going to
fine.
look sweet as hell in my shack in the camp.
Yeah,
I'm going to put this
prefer
up in
the
there.
armchair. Let's take the armchair.
It's got a
rather
nicer
than the
aesthetic.
hairbrush. Yeah.
I agree.
Great.
Let's get the armchair.
Great.
Strength
You give
check.
me a strength check together.
That's a 10.
Fuck. No, I'm not going to do anything about it. It's a 4.
Cool. So I mean, you're not like pressed for time, so it just like you really can't shift it for ages. But you could like if you want to spend more
We why
time.
can't spin it through a doorway. It's got to be. It must have come in here
No,
somehow.
it has to go on its side. On
No,
its
I can't do.
side.
Why did you do geometry? It's confusing.
No, you could rotate it by 72 degrees.
Yeah.
As you're doing that, you hear what's going on down there, and Lo, who you met, one of the owners of the gallery, starts to make her way down. You hear her amazing heels clicking on the staircase.
Oh, so cool. Go talk to her. Go talk to her. Quick.
I did a bad job last time, but okay.
You-
Hello, Lo.
Oh, hi there. Sorry, I'm immediately adopting Australian. New York. Hey there. Why have you been doing down here for so long?
I was looking for the toilets.
Right, there's toilets outside.
Thank you very much, but I already...
You already went down here? You just... Oh, yeah, I guess I'll tell the cleaning team. Well, right, are you okay? Do we need to get you someone? You by yourself down here?
Yes.
All right, well, right, we can go back to the party.
No, I can't leave. I'm sorry.
No, I really don't know if you should be down here by yourself. You're weeping.
I'm going to level with you. I'm really bad at telling lies.
You're what? You're level with me?
I'm bad at telling lies. I was trying to lie to you,
Right.
and I didn't.
Why were you lying to me?
I didn't use the toilet.
Then why are you down here?
I have several items in my
Fucking hell, bug.
you have items. Why are you taking stuff from this place? This is ours. You can't just take things.
I used to take magic and they seemed like they were so magical.
Right. Okay. I know we haven't really got around to sorting all this stuff out, but if it's really ours, you can't just take things. What have you taken?
Let me get out my little notebook so I can tell you in detail. I took a mirror. I tried to take a singed screwdriver, but I couldn't. My friend is wearing a jacket.
Get from down the way. Fucking hell, man.
Your friend is wearing a jacket? Okay. Look, you seem like a sweet kid, so I'm gonna if you just give it back, I'll let you off.
Here is the mirror.
Great, takes the mirror, pops it down somewhere. And the jacket, friend of whoever that was.
Can I quickly take off the magical one and put on just like a shit jacket?
Just a bit of cloth. You find like a rag, an old rag.
I've got like the scraps of orange that I keep having in my that I cut from the temple and just like drape them over myself and just put the jacket in a bag.
Right.
And then be like, oh, what? This? I have to give this jacket back.
Great, give me a deception check.
Can I try and get Lady Luck to help me out?
Yes, so call it.
Okay, it's a crow or queen, rather than heads or tails, because it's a fucking weird coin. Crow. Fuck! No!
That means
I get
Bramble has
disadvantage on the roll.
disadvantage.
Lady, come on! Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, 13 and a 12 though. Deception, 19.
Oh, so good. Who needs advantage? You see that I can see this obviously has like big magic potential, so I'm gonna take this. Yeah,
No!
thank you. Takes it back. I'm
What
sorry,
did I
I've got to
do?
take it. I've got to take it as magic. And
Sorry, no.
and puts on like, I'm very disappointed. You seem so great, and here you are stealing our stuff. I mean, it's very nice of me to just let you out of here without telling anybody.
It is nice of you to let us out and we just go.
Okay, right. Great, you leave and head out. You had the blade. I'm going to say that you
Yes,
managed to sneak that way, and that wasn't mentioned. But you lost the lantern.
Fuck, I can't believe we lost the armchair.
The
It was so cool.
Do you know, I don't think the armchair was ever going to be that useful.
Says to camera. Please. You head out, through the gallery. As you see the people still like milling around, having a nice time, looking at the art. And if you're heading straight out, then you can lead back into the street.
I've still got the sword and the jacket.
Don't tell me that because I will feel compelled to tell someone.
Where are you heading?
To the Mavalodge, surely.
Yeah, you're both. Yeah, you both did okay from the fight. You're not too like. Actually, no, you died. You went unconscious. Yeah, you're all pretty messed up. Right, so you're looking very hurt. You stumble
I'm like
back to the Mavalodge.
bleeding, like shrapnel wounds.
Yeah,
it's
walking
amazing
past
that
people
Lo
being
didn't
like,
mention anything.
Lo just thought it was art. And you, get back to the Mavalodge. Are you going straight to bed?
Oh my god, Bud, do you want a lemonade in the bar? We can sit at one of the chairs, there's 3 tables around it.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yes, I would like lemonade and milk.
Alright, a cement mixer! I go up to the bar and get a couple of drinks. I'll ask for a martini.
Great. You go get a martini, and what do you get for Bug?
Big lemonade and a big thing of milk.
And a big thing of milk.
And some snacks if you've got snacks.
Great, you see the bartender gives you all those things. You go and sit down. As you do, your dad, Broken Rock, comes in because they're staying at the Mavalodge as well.
Hi, Dad.
And he's like, oh, hi, Bramble, how's it going?
Yeah.
Oh my god, what happened to you?
It's okay, I'm alright. I fell over.
You fell
into a cloud of shrapnel around here.
You've got to stop playing by shrapnel,
Oh no,
darling.
I'm on top. Every time I thought I learnt my lesson as a kid, but...
Right, well, you're having a drink.
Yeah, before I go to bed.
Right, okay, well, if you're doing that, I mean, I think there's like some entertainment on tonight as well, or there's more stuff tomorrow. The party's going on.
I don't want to go party, I want to sleep.
Right, you look also terrible. But
I gotta get the kids to bed, so we should go.
Alright, okay, cool. Well, sleep well, and come down to all the festivities in the morning. I think it's kicking off pretty early.
Weird, okay. What's Dad up to? Is he still working?
He's just like fixing up some final stuff because there's going to be lots of people for like the big main stage
yeah,
event
he's
tomorrow.
always
He's
busy.
going to be there, yeah. But
Okay.
but you'll see him there if you come to the main stage.
Yeah, I'll try and get fixed up before then.
Great, yeah. We don't want those line of questioning Anyway, no idea where Springleaf is, so I better go. And goes and like scrambles up to go find
We hear like the Tasmanian devil.
Smash. Yeah, very good.
Alright, Bug. Maybe to bed?
Bedtime?
Yeah.
Bedtime!
Bedtime! Necklace!
Yeah, what is it?
Finish your milk!
You down, give you a con save. As you mix lemonade and milk.
That's a 13.
13, you have a little burp to yourself, slam it down on the table, and we smash cut to the morning.
My wounds have all healed.
Exactly, magically, D&D mechanics. You awaken in your Mavelodge room, and you hear already there's like music out in the street, there's crowds.
Do you mind?
You shout out your Mavelodge.
I fell into a cloud of shrapnel last night.
Yeah, you see loads of people as you shout out the window are all making their way through Rendaway. Rendaway as a town is kind of all on a bit of a mound, so like they're all heading to the top of the slight mound, basically.
Is a hill the opposite of a cave?
Oh my god. It's my greatest fear.
This is your nemesis, Bug.
I've never climbed a hill before.
And today we will. Let's get all your things ready. Come on, brush your teeth.
I'm sorry, I'm also prepping my spells as I'm brushing my teeth. But like Bug has their rock. They are just like looking at intently as they prep spells.
I spend my morning ritual is playing a quick game of solitaire on my own, just in deference to the lady. You're like, yeah, fuck, okay. We're square.
Great.
Right, downstairs.
Let's go.
Great. You head out and go up the hill, follow like the crowds of people. Up, you can hear music as you approach and talking and shouting and laughter and all sorts of stuff. You get there and find that there's this huge wooden stage has been erected in the middle of this, at the top of the mound. There's loads of people gathered around. There's those little like different what are they called? Stalls where they're doing like crafts and something, selling some sort of stalls. That's a complicated word. Selling things. You see that your dad is set up in one area, selling bits. You see that there's people doing fashion and like makeup and manicures and all sorts of stuff. You see up on stage as you approach, there's a group of rangers who are just finishing a performance. It seems quite bad. It's real like hammy, sort of what we would know as like sort of pantomime-like almost, as they give like very over-the-top performances. There's these 17 rangers.
17?
17 rangers, all human rangers, all dressed in like typical ranger garb. They're all humans. And
do they look like real rangers or do they look like people dressed up as rangers?
it's honestly hard to tell. Like it's a parody of itself.
I love it, and I'm on the front row going, yeah, he's behind you!
Usually they get to the end, they're like, all right, thanks everyone, thanks for coming. We're Pontymathon. Thanks everybody. We're going to be performing later on in the circus tent, so see you all there, yeah. And they're all like, yes, yeah. They're all clapping each other as they.
I've heard of them.
I haven't.
They've toured around.
They didn't come to now.
Does anyone?
No.
Other than Mr. and Mrs. Neville.
No, well they don't come in. They only just walk over the top.
Right.
But I don't think that Pontymathon even walked over the top of Niask.
In another life, I might have been a tour manager. I'd love to, go on the road with a band, with a group like that.
Please never bring them to Niask.
First up.
Next up onto the stage, 16 warlocks come in. You see them all dressed in in their like very warlock obvious outfits, like big cloaks with like various magical looking things. Again, hard to tell if they're real warlocks or pretend warlocks. They come on and start to perform their hit comedy show, Lawful Chaotic, which is about a band of anarchists who create as much chaos as they can for the ruling power, wherever they happen to be, all following local laws to the letter. There's like a big group trial scene at the end where they all they seem very like on the nose, like understanding the law and like a bit like we understand the legal system in like a nerdy way.
Oh my god. The fuck Pontymathon. It's these guys are where it's at.
Yeah, and all the stories and witness accounts get more and more ridiculous as it goes through until like people in the audience are like, oh my god, just like truly unbelievable and ridiculous.
I'm in it.
The more it goes on. Thank you to our D&D group for benefit for those. When they're clapping, everyone leaves and walks off. You see onto the stage enters Lady Ziza, which is your birth mother.
Oh no.
She's
Mum.
she's the perception check to see if she sees
Just
you.
remember her, did you? Oh, you've never met her.
I've never met her.
So this
no.
is I exited this person
In what sense?
out of the vagina. She's my auntie
That's a
mum.
very odd way to talk about your mother.
Yeah, but she's not. It's like but that's a very parental word.
We don't have parents in Naus, so that's also a very new concept to me as well. So is she your dad's sister, auntie?
No, that would be really fucked up. My dad's sister.
That would be
That'd be really fucked up.
Hey everybody! She with a perception check looks and goes, it's Bramble. Hey Bramble, it's me. She's holding just like a hairbrush. I was like, hey darling, how's it going?
It goes all right.
That's my sweet pea.
It's me. I'm the sweet pea.
Oh my gosh! So luckily we're going to be doing a little bit of performance from Lady Ziza Shtabow in a little bit. But first up, it's my great pleasure to announce some special guests. She waits for applause.
Oh! I try and catch my dad's eye.
Yeah, he's just like, it was like so exasperated. I was like, coming all the way from Constellation Sky, a whole other constellation. Welcome to. Have you got a name for your group?
Songs of the Sky.
Songs of the Sky?
Yes.
Songs of the Sky. Welcome to Songs from the Sky! And she moves, everyone applause.
Ooh.
What happens then, please?
So before you see anyone, an illusion of a curtain appears. If you know magic, it's probably a silent image. And then,
Say that. That's what it's like.
as they part, you see a humanoid woman standing there with long brown hair with bits of blue and green in it, and she's got feathers pretty much everywhere. She's got wings, sort of. And a bunch of people who look quite similar but also have beaks and talons join her. She starts playing the lyre, and the people around her start dancing with blades. And they do this beautiful dance, and as you watch it, you can kind of tell that there's a story being told through it, and using illusions and dancing, you probably can make out that there is a dome of some sorts, there's a journey that happens, and eventually the dome dissipates and gets larger, and everyone joins in underneath it. And it's a little bit hard to tell exactly what the story is, but there's a sense of unity and yeah.
You see the crowd was all like muttering to themselves throughout as well when they see these people. Lots of people haven't seen this type of person before. But everyone's really like, can hear a pin drop. It's like then enraptured by it, and it's so gorgeous and beautiful.
Bug is like just like starstruck and silent in just like drinking it in, like just drinking it in.
I put a hand on Bug's shoulder.
Great. The performance eventually comes to an end, and there's like stillness for ages. And everyone stands up and gives applause to everyone.
Bug, that was amazing.
And they all like, you move into the wings, and you like it's all like quite makeshift, right? So you can see them like go off to the side.
Yes.
Illusory
curtain drops and then disappears.
Yeah.
Head feathers.
All over them, mate. Come on.
Okay, let's go.
You can do it.
Okay.
You go round the side. You see, there's these four. There's Sam's character and three others. They like Sam says. And this is like
How beautiful.
we'll have that come up on
Yeah,
screen.
that's what she looks.
And they're all kind of talking after that. Probably quite excitedly, you see that there's your friends Ava, Em, and Vis are all with you. You see Ava's like, I think that went really well. People seemed like clapped so much. That was so exciting. And Em's like, that was so beautiful what you did, those little trills. And like, oh my gosh, amazing.
So many different kinds of people to hear our stories.
I know, oh my gosh, it's like so many people, so many different perspectives. This is so exciting. They still resonated with it, even though they don't have experience of any of our dancing or anything.
I'm so glad we came.
I'm so glad we came. The two of you arrived.
I'm so sorry to interrupt. That was beautiful.
You have feathers.
I do. Thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome,
you.
yes.
Yes, we all do. We're the Moe.
I have feathers too.
Oh, I can see that. Yes, you do. It sounds like there must be a wonderful story behind that.
I think the cave just gave them to me.
The cave?
I live in a cave, but where do you come from?
Well, we all come from Constellation Sky, and well, a lot of Moe live there. One of my parents is a Moe, the other is a human, so hence the feathers. Yeah.
You see, wait, why don't you give me I'd like you to give me an insight check.
Was that me?
Yes,
that?
yeah. I know just Sam give me an insight check,
okay.
just Maeve.
That. Oh no. 1 second. My hotspot has disappeared.
No, sorry, don't worry.
I'm so sorry.
We can come back to it as well. You
Yeah.
sort that out. You, the two of you. Well, yeah. What's Bug thinking at this moment?
Bug is like, oh, they've got feathers, but and maybe on some like deep internal level, they're recognizing that there is a point of like connection, like shared experience between them and the Moe, but on a more kind of like surface level, intellectual level, it's all still the cave.
Mm-hmm.
So like Bug's not, the two halves of Bug haven't quite caught up with each other yet.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
That's a 16.
Cool. With a 16, I'm going to at some point soon message you something. But we'll do that another time. We have whispers. Cool. Yeah, you're all there together. You see some of your gang start to like put their blades and away to one side and kind of pack up a bit as like the next group are going on stage. You hear Lady Z's starting to be like, "I'm gonna give you a song."
She's brilliant, but she's nuts. Oh, it's
Do
crazy.
you know her?
Yeah, quite personally.
She
She's
came
my
out of
mum.
her!
I did, yeah. So that's my birth mum.
Oh, well, she invited us here. So,
Really?
yeah.
That's one of the best things she's ever done. Yeah, it was fabulous.
Yeah, you
Are
might.
you staying in the Constellation?
Yes, yeah, for a little while during the festival.
And then you're going back to your own?
Well, actually, I'm hoping to travel a little bit, but I've not really travelled much.
Have you heard of the camp?
The camp?
Yeah, it's
The
all
camp?
the camp. Not quite with the no e. There's no e, but but it's like it's ramshackle town. It's really good fun. We've always got spare shacks and stuff going. You'd be welcome to stay. There's a pit where we sort of all cook together.
I would love that
Yeah,
so
yeah,
much.
it'd be wicked.
Yeah.
I do all the legal advice. Not that you'll get into trouble,
Okay, yeah.
but you know, if you do, you know where to find me. Anyway, what were you saying?
As you turn away, you see that most of that gang had like you've been able to have this conversation a bit privately as they've been like
Yeah.
setting things up. I don't know how much have you talked about traveling with the other three. Do they know that? Is
I've
that normal?
mentioned it a little bit, I think, and I think that
Yeah.
they see everything through the lens of performing. So if there's performance opportunities, maybe, but if not, they're not really as into the
Yeah.
seeing the world.
You definitely
Yeah.
reach a barrier with the conversation
Yeah.
where they have quite superficial, not in a bad
Yeah.
way, but just like, this is why we're doing it. Yeah, sure, it's all fun and games, but then there's like quite light touch, whereas you obviously have this deeper interest. As you have this conversation, oh my god, nearby, you see a cloaked figure on the back of their cloak. They have a symbol of someone flipping the finger with a dagger spiked through the hand, running off with one of the Moe blades. Simultaneously, this is the Bad Knuckle group, Bad Knuckle
Not
Warriors,
again.
they're called, who you had a run-in with,
not
weeks
happening.
ago. You simultaneously hear like, I've got ours as well! You hear, oh, give that back, you little shit! From your dads, who from their stall you see a Ryshan kid, Bad Knuckle Ryshan kid, jumping onto a sandboard and scooting down the slope
that is
away.
not happening.
And yeah, as one simultaneously, these two kids run off with one of the blades from one of your Moe peers. What do everyone do?
Those blades are sacred to my people. We have to get it back.
Those sandals are sacred to my people. We have to get it back. Okay, yeah.
I cast Guiding Bolt!
Your run. Let's all roll initiative.
Yes. Oh my
I rolled
god.
on that one, everyone.
Guiding bolt. Think about it for a long time.
Yeah, I've got a 6. I've got a 6.
Is Matt? I keep forgetting to ask where Man. I always assume Manty's just hanging out with you.
Manty's hanging out with me.
Oh my god.
What'd you get?
Little fuckers.
Bramble, what'd you get?
6.
My initiative is 0.
Maeve, what'd you get?
16.
Maeve, so swift.
Have you done names yet?
Oh no, we haven't. We haven't introduced ourselves yet. But
Sorry.
Sorry, you haven't had a chance yet. That's fine.
I had a chance to do that.
Great. I rolled only for one of them.
Shall I roll initiative for both? No, Mandy just goes.
Mandy's
again
on
my turn.
yours.
Yeah.
Oh my god, bastard.
Perfect. You, the ones who took the sword, swiped it, jumped onto a horse, started to dash down the side streets. The one on the sandboard, like not far off, also dashed in a similar direction on the sandboard. One of them's like, the Raishin is like using the sandboard, and there's another smaller ginger-haired girl clinging around his waist.
That girl! It's her!
Yeah.
I took the piss out of her. I rue the day that I took the piss out of a child.
you see, they head off down like a little side street. And they meet up with the horse one, so they're all going down the same road together. So two on the horse, two on the thing, going sloped downwards. So they're sloping down and away. First act, they like scoot off, and then it's you, Maeve. Maeve, there are there are horses, there are lumak with these like weird camel dog kind of creatures, etc.
We've never addressed the pronunciation of that one. It went from Lamek to Lumak.
Oh yeah,
Lamek.
Lumak.
I think
It's different.
I've never learned to ride any of those, so I'm just gonna keep running.
Great, you sprint after them.
Full pelt.
Great, what's your speed?
My speed is 30.
Great. So if you're doing dashing, basically.
Yes, she's dashing. Actually, if possible, we're going to slow down, right?
Yeah.
She might glide.
Oh,
Which is
cool.
probably the same. It doesn't make any difference.
Cool.
mechanically,
What does that look like when it happens?
Yeah. Well, are there any other Mue running with us, or is it just us?
I think the other Mue are also what sets you apart from them a bit. They're less. They have some like magic and skills, but they're not really interested in that in like an adventuring sort of concept. They use it more for performing arts. So they're obviously like scrambling and a bit worried.
Right, yeah, you see her sort of arms stretch out, and you see the feathers sort of in the shape of wings. But then you also see that she sort of opens up like almost a contraption that has like fabric along it, and she sort of like runs, leaps into the air, and then like starts gliding down.
Great,
At the same speed as if she would be running, but it looks cooler.
I don't know if we properly addressed that. I think the gliding should be slightly more. So we'll say it's like 40, so that makes it 80.
Cool,
If you're dash gliding.
As a runner.
Dash gliding.
You should learn how to do that with the feathers on your head.
Bud just like opens up her arms and like fully like.
I do the same. Just all on the
Bramble, that's then you.
Oh my god, they're all met up now, the few.
All of the horse with 2 on and the sandboard with 2 on have like met and gone down like just out, beginning to go out of sight down around a corner.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I go for my sandboard. Oh, fuck's sake. Have I still got the bit of wood that I had?
I guess you can have. I'm gonna roll something though. As you do this, you see your dad goes, just take one from his thing. You see one of the dad, like the stall is like smashed apart, and like one's got his like leg trapped. He's like getting under. He's fine, but he's like a bit like stymied. The your other dad, Sharpshell, is helping him out from underneath. He's being like, yeah, just go after them, Bramble, quick.
Okay. Oh my god, Dad! Take one of the ones down immediately and slap it under my feet, and really relish how it feels, and then dart after them.
Great, so you do full dash?
Yes,
great.
Absolutely. Yeah.
We've always said it depends a bit on the gradient. It's not like super speedy down, but they're going at the same speed. We'll say that that's 80 feet as well. So if you're like dashing, like leaning into it and your full attention being on movement, then you dash after. But that is then you.
Manty's with me?
Yes.
I'm gonna, I guess, use my action to get on Manty because it's quite a laborious thing.
Yeah.
Step out.
There's like, I roll down the little step ladder, and like my leg has to reach all the way up, and it takes more than 6 seconds, but we're gonna say it takes 6 seconds. And I'm gonna get on Manty.
Manty's scarpering after you, so all the same 80 foot of movement. Gliding down, sandboarding down, Manty, along.
Every time.
You, round the corner, they all go, they're still dashing. You see them, these 4 of the Bad Knuckle Warriors, dash down the street. They get to a point where they go, now! 2 other Bad Knuckle Warriors who are up, like leaning out of windows, start hurling things out of the window. One from each side holds a big barrel which smashes, and this kind of greasy ooze starts
Bit
to.
ape looking by Donkey Kong.
Yeah. There's
I just time my jumps and be like, where are the
exactly. And Princess Peach is safe.
Yeah.
Is that what happens to Donkey Kong? Yeah. They smash onto the ground. You were all running up to it. What are you trying to do? These barrels, smash them out, the barrels are in the way, there's this kind of grease now all over the ground as well.
Whose go is it?
Sorry, it is Maeve.
I keep gliding.
Yeah. You can keep, I think just the incline of it means that you can like just nearly touch the ground, like keep gliding through.
Yeah.
Just give me a DC 5 dex check.
Okay. That's
She got it.
yeah.
Cool.
It is 9.
Cool, great. So you, like these bag barrels kind of smashing and like kind of a bit in the way, you do manage to just dodge around them. Are you still just full dashing?
Yeah, I think so.
Cool, you dash after them. That is Bramble.
How many feet away are they from us?
They are
Was it
now,
boards?
they are going to be 80 feet away.
Amazing. I see all of this crap in front of us and finally have a soundboard back underneath my feet in the weirdest set of circumstance and like just tunnel vision down in on them, and with my first 3rd level spell, Thunderstep, all the way to just in front of these bastards. There is an almighty like thunderous boom as me and my board are suddenly 90 feet ahead of where we were meant to be.
Does that mean you'll do damage to me and
Yes.
Manti?
Yes, I'm so sorry.
You might kill Manti. You could conceivably kill Manti with this understand.
It needs to make a con save, I'm afraid.
Cool, you can roll for Manti. Roll for you and then Manti.
Oh, well,
You got a nat
I got a nat 20.
Yay!
What did Manti get? Manti got a 16 plus 0, so 16.
You passed. It's only 3d10 thunder damage, should be alright. That's okay. 5, 7, and then 13, half to 6.
Okay, so both take 6. Crackle.
Sorry! As I'm bam straight ahead of them. And if I'm in front of them, I'm going to try and stop them.
Great.
That was my action.
So because you can, I'm guessing you're placing yourself in front of the borders rather than the horse riders.
Yes.
So you bam in front of them. That was your action. I mean, they just on their turn will like wham into you or have to do something, right? Because you've just appeared here. So then we'll like.
I'm still
resolve
travelling.
that.
Oh, you know what? I will look at them then, like dead in the eye, the one that's on the front of the board.
Yeah.
Be like, put it back where you found it, and try and fake him out and
That's bonus, isn't
shove
it?
him. Yeah,
Great. So
it's
that's
bonus
me
action.
doing
Strength save.
You see that this Ryschen with the bad knuckle like hood up and the cloak behind you appear in front of you and get spooked with your hood. And I'll do also does really bad with that of like swerving to try and get pushed back, but also like tries to like steady himself, but just like stumbles and falls back. The girl on his back doesn't know what to do without him there, falls off as well, and they land in a big pile. The horse goes off. Is still heading off beside you.
I take a moment to like get on my heels, stop the board, and pick up Dad's board.
The spare board, cool.
Yeah, absolutely, and put it on my back, I think. And I'll end my turn there.
Cool, perfect. So sick. Bug, that's you.
Okay, I'm going to cast Enhanceability on Manti and give him Cat's Grace so that he has advantage on dexterity checks.
So cool.
Because I'm hoping that what's about to happen is a dexterity check.
Great.
And he will also not take damage from falling 20 feet or less if that doesn't feel very applicable. And then I'm going to have Manti take the dash action.
Great, so give me a dex check as you go through all those greasy barrels and stuff.
17. 19. So that's a 22.
22, oh my gosh, Manti! But like Bound, like manages just to get on like pincers on bits of wood, like of the smashed barrels, to like avoid the grease, and scamper over, so you can absolutely keep doing that 80 feet, so you're still up with Maeve. And up with you, right? Because you went forward to just in front of them. Yeah. So you're now all roughly in the same spot again.
I've stopped. I'm on my heels on the board.
Yeah, I think then they then dash off ahead of you on the horse. You see them looking back like, oh god, maybe a bit worried they're bitten off more than they can chew. You see that they go through, there's like a busy little, not busy street, but like a small street with other stuff going on. There's like a pile of like vegetables and crates of like produce that as they go past the one who's not riding on the back, like tips that all over behind them to try and like get all the stuff to scatter and fall. Actually, I'll see how well they do that. Yeah, fine. They shove that all behind them. So there's then this like big pile of stuff that's all fallen down on across the way as they ride off. the one in front brandishing the sword very arrogantly, swinging it around like above their head. Furious. Maybe that's you.
Yeah, okay. They're still very far away, aren't they?
They're still 80 feet, yeah. Actually, I'll roll for something.
Yeah.
That's not very good. I'll say that with that happening, the person steering kind of like slightly loses balance with it, so they're going to just be 60 feet ahead because they need to take some time to like readjust.
Okay, gosh. I'm trying to find spells that aren't like crazy damage because I don't want to like.
Why not?
Really
destroy them.
Fucking kill them. I mean, lovely to meet you.
Because it's either small stuff or fireball. There's no in between for
Oh
me.
my god. Fireball.
The street has like the windows and awnings and other like crates
Okay.
and other stuff going on as well. If any of that helps for any reason.
It does not yet. I will run my full. Oh no, not run. I'll glide my 40 feet. Then I will use a bonus action to Misty Step another 30 feet.
Cool.
Nice.
And then I will use my action to attack. Oh wait, can I use my action or is gliding? Was that my action?
No, that's because you're just. Yeah. Oh no, we did talk about that, but I think
Yeah.
it's about starting it.
Awesome.
I think because you're already going with the momentum. It's
In
fine.
which case, I will attack with my scimitar.
Yeah!
Right. So where are you, Misty Step, appearing? Like in front of them, like on the horse's head? Like what is that? Great.
cool.
Great.
So
You
good.
arrived
On
there.
the horse.
Yeah, so it's just like standing on the head. Like, as you appear and literally above them. What's their magic look like with the Misty Step? Like.
You know what? I think they disappear and appear in a puff of feathers.
Great, beautiful.
Yes.
This is opposite. So I using
Yeah.
they use
They
she,
appear
she,
with
her,
their-
or
Sorry?
they, she, her.
She, her, yes.
Sorry,
Yeah,
she,
she appears with her big wingspan and then takes out her scimitar and...
Great, give me an attack roll.
Yeah. Oh, this
Almost
that
We're also
is-
teenagers.
Yeah.
damn teeth.
Manty's like a tween.
How old are you? You're like 12 or something.
Bug's a tween.
Yeah, you're like 12
Manty's
or
a
something.
tween too then.
Right.
Okay.
That's a 13.
13 hits.
Oh,
Roll
that's-
damage, yeah.
Oh, amazing. Okay,
Only
cool.
kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're wearing
Oh,
no
they're
armor.
babies.
Are these all,
Cloak.
Okay.
how old are these kids?
They're between 13 and 17.
6 damage.
6 damage, great. I'll also roll for them.
Please don't let me kill this kid.
It dies. No. No, there's like 6 damage, you say?
Yes. Yeah.
6 damage. This kid gets slashed away. Where are you kind of aiming for with this? What are you up to? You also do non-lethal with weapon
Yeah,
melee
if
attacks.
Hit with a bottle of sword.
You know what?
Yeah.
If I can do non-lethal, I'll
Yeah,
just
that's
do
a
that.
legit thing with
Yeah.
melee. So yeah, you could bash him on the front of his head. He immediately passes out onto the woman behind him, girl behind him,
Yes.
who's like, he's got the sword. The sword drops, clatters onto the ground behind. I rolled for her. She did very badly. She slips off the horse
Yes.
while grabbing him. They both hit the deck. Yeah, the horse. It will kind of begin to slow to a stop anyway.
Okay, good, because I don't know how to ride a horse.
You know how to ride its head. Standing on the surfboard, like, you like sit on it like I don't know what to do after you've like ridden it like this.
As a sandboard rider watching that, I'm like, amazing. I should ride horses.
So cool. We'll actually come out of initiative order as you like jump off the horse, presumably.
Yeah.
And here, yeah, these kids are in front of you. These kids are in front of you. You can catch up and be amongst them all. Yeah, you see the ginger girl is like, oh my god, you're so annoying and lame. Oh.
To me,
Yeah.
what are you playing at?
Well, we just wanted to get some cool stuff. Like, get over it.
No. Excuse you.
What?
Sandboards don't get stolen, sweetheart. They get earned.
Oh, you just thought you looked shiny and cool. And,
This is a massive operation. You have people in windows with barrels of bananas.
yeah. So the Russian was like, I just thought, like, I I can ride them, so like I should get one just because I didn't.
No, listen here, kids. And I get like proper down on level with him.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, you will get one, but you don't get it like this.
Fine. Wait.
Yeah, wait until you are ready and you've learned how to ride it.
Okay.
Someone knocking you off balance like that shouldn't spin you out of control.
Fine.
Dickhead.
Whoa! You see that they scamper off and away. They go up to the other two.
If you want a sword like this, you can train in the blade singing. Bye.
He's just like, shiny sword and carrot blade singing. As they always scamper away. And 3 of you are left behind.
That was remarkable. Well done.
Thank you for helping me get this back.
Of course, I'm not sure how much help I was.
Oh no, I think you were. If you hadn't appeared and disappeared with all the thunder, I don't know if I would have caught up to them.
That was new. Sorry about Auntie.
It's fine, I did very little. It's nice to meet you. My name is Buck, and you have feathers, and I have feathers too.
It's nice to meet you. I'm Maeve.
I really enjoyed how you did that thing where you didn't touch the ground.
Oh,
You teach them to do that.
you know what? I actually could. The reason I have this is because, well, not all the people who live in my constellation are full Moe, and so we can't exactly. I mean, I have these wings, but I can't actually glide with them, so we make our own. And she like lifts up the fabric. I could try and make you one. It would take some time, but
Are you joking? Because that's a really mean joke.
no, I'm not.
Fuck, you're gonna get wings, mate! Yeah!
I mean, you're like me, right? You have feathers too?
Yeah.
But you said the cave gave them to you. That...
Yeah. Well, because I don't know what Moe are. She mentioned them to me, but I don't think I'm a Crixco. I'm a Crixco.
I've heard of Crixco. I've heard stories, but I've never actually...
We worship the cave that we live in, and so I think the cave gave me the feathers, you know, because none of my friends and none of my family have feathers, but I have the feathers, and then I think that they must have come from the cave.
Well, if the cave is this magical force that you worship, maybe it's entwined in Moe lore somehow. That would be very interesting.
Do you know about Moe lore?
I mean, yes, I would. That's what my people do. We tell stories, and
Is that story that you told about the dome, and then the dome disappearing, and then the dome getting bigger? Is that Moe lore?
well, she gets a bit bashful. That story is one that hasn't exactly happened yet, but I'm hoping it will.
What, you mean the dissolution of one dome and then there was a bigger one?
Not specifically that, but
What was it about? What, as an audience member, I got a lot out of it, but I need to, you know, it's different, I suppose, when you're making art like that. It's the audience gets to interpret it in their own way. But like as a performer, what were you trying to convey?
well, you seem like very nice people, and you did help me out. I have a friend who, for reasons, cannot stay in our dome.
Are they flaxed?
Those kids are around. Yes, okay, we've got a mate who's like that as well.
Really?
Yes. It's not a small ginger boy, is it?
No.
Okay, it's not the same person. No.
It's a Moe from
All flax know each other, don't you know that?
They see each other at the meetings.
I'm trying to find a way to help them. It's part of why I came here, to perform, of course, but I thought maybe if I could find a powerful enough magic user, maybe we could find a way, and if I just did enough research, I could find a way to make the domes safe for people like my friend.
Maeve, my name is Deadly Bramble, but people call me Bramble. I realise I haven't told you that. It's a pleasure to meet you. I think our purposes might be very well aligned.
We're trying to do the same thing.
We're trying to do the same thing. And we've kind of sort of taken steps on that journey already.
We have a sword.
But we just have to... Yes, we have a sword. Let's talk about this and we're not in the middle of the street. There's
Oh,
vegetables
The
everywhere.
woman like brushing her.
Sorry,
What sword?
Shut up, Tina.
Oh, okay, the bad day for Tina. Just throws it back to the side.
Sorry, Tina. I didn't mean to have a bad day. I've got to return this to my dad's. Maybe we can.
Neverlodge?
Neverlodge.
Are you staying in Neverlodge?
No,
Where are you
staying in
staying?
Neverlodge.
Am I staying
I think you've got to. I think you travel with like tents and things, but you
Yes.
stay in elsewhere. I don't think you're.
Do you want to stay at the Mavor Lodge? Because we did get a 3-bed room, but now we only have 2 of us. Long story.
Sure, yeah, I'll talk to my troop and I'm sure they won't mind missing me for a night.
We do, to the Bramble Lodge smash cut.
I've got to go back
Oh,
to
you
the
actually
market
said you
to my dad's.
smash cut. No.
Keep the
You
boards.
bring the
Yeah.
the swipe down back. Great, yeah. You head back to the marketplace. You can go off and talk to your troop while we
yes.
go and talk
Yeah.
to your dad's.
Yeah, Bug, she's amazing.
Isn't she so cool?
Isn't
and
she
the,
so
and the
cool?
way that she can do that thing with her, where she glides.
That was incredible.
And-
Did you see her riding a horse on 2
That was
legs?
so cool. And the way that her feathers are on her arms and on her head.
Oh my god, they're so beautiful.
So cool.
It's so
Do you think my feathers will ever look like that?
Yeah, of course I do. Be all different colours and everything.
Oh my god.
I know! Right, I go up to my dad's.
Great. Yeah, you head up to your dad's. You see now they're fine. Like they're fine. They weren't injured in any way. They're just like everything had fallen kind of down and partly on top of them. You see they're getting themselves back up together. You see, they can see the board on your back, right? Your
Yeah.
boat too.
Got one on my back and I'm probably just carrying one under my arm.
Great. You come over and immediately your broken rock comes up. He's like, oh god, thank God you're all right. Thank you so much.
No,
oh,
no,
God,
what's
that was
wrong? Are you
awful."
okay?
Yeah, fine. Oh yeah, completely fine. Don't worry about
Is
me.
your leg alright?
Yeah. Oh yeah, just got a bit caught under the thing. You're
Okay.
amazing. God.
No, obviously it's fine. Here you go. Do you want to put the fancy one back up and we can put it up?
You see, you try to like shift it back up, and your other dad, Sharp Shell, kind of looks at you, and is a bit like, "Thanks, Bramble, incredible, you got it back."
It was easy. I had a bit of help. Lash it up because otherwise you need to put some sort of. Do you not have tags? That's really expensive.
Yeah, we need to get tags.
You need to get tags.
Yeah, it's true.
I don't think tags would have stopped that from happening.
Any way of like chaining them down? We'll brainstorm it.
Yeah,
we'll have
yeah.
a think.
Maybe you shouldn't put it back up.
Oh, don't do this. Of course, this is like the fanciest one you make. Look at all the beads.
That is the fanciest one, and saving it for someone special who earns it in the right way. And you lost a sandboard, but you also got a sandboard back.
I didn't lose it, Dad.
What do you mean?
I gave it to someone who earns it.
Who?
I can't tell you.
Earned it how?
The way Ryshan earns soundboards.
Obviously you're not lying, but I'm just going to roll something. He kind of looks at you and really studies your face, and you know he's always been a bit more of a distant dad. You haven't like always gelled with as much, but he looks at you and you can just see him really evaluating you, and you see a real. Well, you can give me an insight actually as well, but maybe with advantage because
It's my dad.
it's your dad, and he's not trying to conceal anything.
While you're working that out, I rolled a check to not tell the truth, and I rolled a nat 20.
About what?
To not like blurt out.
Oh, great.
What was so Bug is making
Bug
progress.
learning.
Yeah, I
Oh
know,
my
right?
God.
Learning,
what
you're
an
so
art.
good. Insight.
Yeah.
16.
With 16, you see him just evaluating you and looking a bit like he really knows you, and it's him, his face of being like trusting you with that and respecting that, and you growing up and being, you know, older and realizing that this is maybe something that you're figuring out and that he should be slightly less protective. And he's like, right, I'll try and fight the instinct in me which thinks you're just a little girl and you don't know what you're talking about. You're 19, you're basically an adult now, so why don't you at least take it on a trial basis? How about that? We see how you go.
Yeah, I'll rent it for a week
Yeah.
or something.
Exactly, it'd be good for business anyway, because people see you around with it.
Do you want me to put the logo on the side?
If you could.
The spitballs?
Yeah,
big
Yeah.
time. I would be like one of those trucks that drives around that's just the billboard.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
Perfect.
a truck, right?
And every time, all those trucks. And if you do any like tricks, we can put something on the bottom, they can see it. On the
Yeah,
face
like
of it.
sponsored stickers and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
I'd
So
love
it's
that.
not me really doing you a favour. You've earned it, and It's gonna be good for business anyway. So.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
it's just
sure.
it's a business transaction. Dan.
Yeah, good one. Puts his hand out, shakes your hand.
And the hand sort of shake. He pulls you in and gives you like a little hug.
Love you, Dad.
I love you too. Broken Rock's like, I love both of you! And gives you a big hug. Spitball's like, I love you! And bites your leg. And it's like, I love my family, they're so cool and nice, and they realise their differences and they see it through.
Fall asleep. We'll go over to the Mue. You see, it was Ava's sword who was taken. Ava takes it back like, oh my gosh, thank you so much, Maeve. Oh my goodness. Oh god, I don't know what would I have done? We have to. I think I've got a bit carried away being here and thinking it's all just like happy and art and everything, realising that maybe you always said that venturing out we also have to be careful, and I'm realising that the more that we go on.
Yeah.
You're okay?
I made some new friends, and they invited me to stay with them.
Okay.
And I thought perhaps I could go, and I think, well, I have a feeling that if I go with these new people, I'm going to come back with a lot of good stories.
Go with these people just for the night?
I don't know.
Oh.
Well, for now, yes, but I don't know. I have a good feeling about this, and I think I need to follow my heart.
Okay, well, follow your heart, Maeve, and we're going to be here, obviously enjoying the festival, and you come swing by whenever you need.
Yeah.
Obviously, we're heading out in a few days, but you can come with us or see how you've got on, I suppose.
Yeah, I'll definitely come back and check in. But yeah.
Great. You see that they all kind of like lean their heads in together, like a Mue thing where they'll kind of like touch foreheads and like slightly like rub foreheads together and bring their wings like up around each other in a little kind of like big graceful hug, which they'll all do around you as you have this little moment together. And then Bramble trips over a rock.
Oh fuck! Sorry.
Trips over.
You won't do anything more,
and you zip away. You're heading off to the Mab Lodge.
Yeah.
Cool. You get to the Mab Lodge. You get there and up to your room. Is that where you're heading to have some privacy?
Yeah.
Probably.
Welcome in.
Tell our stories in front of everyone.
Yeah. They love. So yeah, we have 3 beds. Our room is number 3. Mr. and Mrs. Neville are crazy.
About 3.
About 3. Yeah.
Because there are 3 of them.
If we walk in as a trio, they're going to lose their mind.
In a good way?
In a real good way, yeah.
Wonderful.
So quick, all together, ready?
I hold hands.
Hold hands.
Yeah.
Mr. and Mrs. Bramble!
Oh my god! 1, 2, 3, 3.
Mr. and Mrs. Bramble, this like throuple who behind the desk and just like lose it. They're going wild, they're screaming. They're like, your room is on the house! And they're like, why take some of the gift baskets? And there's like gift baskets they put out and like give you all, which have like 3 oranges, 3 apples, and 3 bananas in every fruit basket.
You wanted someone to come back with you.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's not the only reason.
Like, wait, were you going to come back as a 2? Are you
No.
joking? Cool, you can scamper up.
Oh, good. Right, get back to the room. I've already nicked all the toiletries, so sorry if you wanted to do
Oh,
that.
no, I wasn't planning on it.
You can have some if you like.
Sure.
Here's a little conditioner. I very, very daintily set down my new board.
Describe your new board for us.
Oh my god, she's a beauty. Whereas the other one was like hourglass shape, this one is like 4 extra bumps in it. It's like very ornate, and it's got like, in the way that they bend coloured glass in the centre of marbles, in the middle like a stick of rock, it has like gorgeous inlaid twisting glass designs. And it's more of like a bright, vibrant amber colour, and the tips are both like laden with intricate beading, and there's a couple of gorgeous filigree spitball and co on the bottom of it, and it's got lovely, oh my god, I'm going to put the fabric that I nicked from the temple on the foot straps. I'm going to bind that round, but it's all pressed sewn leather to keep the feet on.
Amazing.
It's fucking fits, alright?
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's so nice. Feels good to have it back.
Great, you prop that up, and yeah, you have a little moment of probably like all the kind of like hubbub from outside feels very muted. It feels like after all the chaos of being out there in the chase, it feels suddenly very kind of like calm and settled and grounded.
Well done.
It's nice to meet you.
It's really good to meet you.
It's good to meet you too. I haven't met many people outside my constellation, so.
When you travelled from your constellation to ours, did you travel out? How did you travel?
Well, with my troop, we walked.
Outside of the dome?
Yeah.
Just
So
on
you
your
spent a
own?
lot of time outside of the dome?
Well, with each other, we would only ever leave the dome to get to another constellation. We don't exactly wander.
Did you get caught up in the rabbits?
No.
How did we get fucked up by the rabbits so bad?
No.
You know, the rabbits,
We,
you don't want to meet them.
okay, they sound cute.
No.
Oh.
No. Anyway, we've got this, and I'll, from a very plain-looking scabbard, just bring out the sword, which glows with an iridescent blue. It's gorgeous.
Wait,
Yeah.
it's beautiful.
Hold it right. Yeah, please.
Looks at it.
This is our friend Thorn.
Yeah, this is Thorn.
Your friend.
They're inside it,
Yeah.
with a goddess made of leaves and teeth.
Who's kind of
No
scary,
sound
honestly.
nuts.
She's a really scary lady.
Yeah,
Sounds
really
incredible.
frightening. Yeah, insane. But
Is
they.
she alright in
Sorry.
your friend? Is she alright in?
They are fine.
Yeah.
And we actually. It's been a really weird couple of days
Yeah.
because we went into. Our mate who's Flux.
Yeah.
Flux.
Yes, yeah, my friend.
Jilly.
Yeah.
He's a little boy, and we've set him up a Wendy house, and below that was this like ancient tomb or temple.
Yeah, and in the temple there were these mosaics, and they depicted, well, first of all, they depicted the dome hurting people like Jimmy. And then they depicted our friend Thorn holding up, maybe they were holding up the sword. But anyway,
Makes sense,
we
huh?
couldn't see what they were holding up. But
But then are they holding up themselves? Because they're the sword.
But no, because they weren't in the sword, and then they were at the sword. So our friend
We should
Thorn...
revisit that relief.
And
Oh no,
this-
it's full of sand.
No. At this point, they weren't in the sword.
So your friend, you knew them before they were in here.
Yeah.
Yes. Wait. Yes.
So yeah,
Thorn.
and they were told to come below Deadly Bramble, and so
They were told to come below me. By the goddess of leaves and teeth. And they managed that. And below me was this temple. We went in, there was an old inscription in abyssal tongue that is not even widely spoken or written these days.
it said, "Re-energize me, give me to the beast with fingernail leaves. I will find a thorn in their hands. I will be allowed or able to break the pulse or the dispersion," which, like, we imagine means the dome.
Yeah.
So we're thinking that maybe now Thorn the Sword has the power to break or
fix the
reform the dome.
That's
Yeah.
incredible. That's so much more than I was expecting
I
to
know.
find when I
There's
came
quite
on this journey.
a big complication with that is that we sort of know the commander of the dome, and it's her kid that is fluxed.
She doesn't know.
She doesn't know, and we're not going to tell her.
Doesn't know that her kid is fluxed.
No,
She does have a very special relationship with Bramble.
we're pen pals.
That's lovely.
Yeah, thanks. We've not really made it official yet, but we're getting there. Thanks. Yeah, it's been going all right so far.
And actually, she doesn't know that Bramble is her pen pal.
Oh my God, Mark! I was having a nice moment.
This story keeps getting more complicated.
Anyway, whatever. Stop talking about Vader. So she's
Her name
really
is
cool.
Vader.
Her name is Vader. So it's her kid. We haven't told her. We can't tell her. And I think if we want to go and destroy the core tower, then we're going to have to go through Vader
Why can't you tell her?
because she runs the constellation.
What
She's
can't
like,
we tell her? She might be. It's her son.
Does she know that the flux aren't as...
we don't know. We should ask her.
Yeah. Why don't you send her a message?
You're going to have to. I'm waiting on a reply to a couple of messages that I've sent her.
Have any notes been delivered to the room?
No notes have been delivered to the room.
Oh,
you really are pen pals. I thought that was just another word for dating.
Not yet. We're not yet. No, we are just pen pals.
Oh, cool.
I was just so deeply embarrassed.
You can finish yours.
I was just going to say, so I thought our next steps were going to find Jilly and maybe talking to him about
but
fixing
as
the time.
Vader's here, maybe it does make sense to have a conversation with Vader before we leave here.
Yeah, that's true. She is here.
I think we've got to talk to her at some point because otherwise we're just going to end up fighting with her, and I don't want to kill her.
I don't want to fight her.
Neither do
Well, that
I.
could be
I
quite
haven't met her
cool.
yet.
Yeah, no, she's really quite capable mace wielder. No, I wouldn't want to fight her. Yeah, so that was our next plan. Your mate, is it one of the people you were with just now?
No, they're still back home.
How do you know? How do you know that they are fluxed?
Well, they it started becoming harder and harder for them to be. Well, it felt like something was wrong, and I think they felt drawn to.
That's how I Julie felt as well.
Yeah, I don't understand it exactly. They didn't explain it to me.
Your mate's not dangerous in any way, is he?
Oh, not at all.
No, I don't get it. I wonder whether there's something in Jilly and in your friends who, like, in certain circumstances, they do become deadly, but there's nothing wrong with him.
Yeah, you kind of wonder why people just think that the fluxed are dangerous in the first place, because I don't understand why the dome had to be erected to keep them out in the first place.
Yeah.
You know?
Stories can be very powerful.
That's why I like ghost stories, that's what I said.
Ghosts don't exist.
Not this one.
The same ghost pops up the window. You can all give me you two can give me a history check. I guess history. Maeve.
5.
15.
Maybe you can't history on this. 15. With the 15, I'm talking about, like Vader and everything. Yeah, Vader very much is commander of the dome, making the dome do the thing that it's got to do, so would be on the side of let's keep the dome the same. Exactly. So that's all fine and right. You know that there's other people, with the 15, you'd know that there's other people in charge of that who are maybe more about the kind of like magical properties of the dome and keeping that aloft, whereas Commander Vader is a bit more about the kind of like military running of things.
So do we get the sense that she would be like open to, like, there's stuff that she doesn't know and she'd be open to hearing about it? Like, is she a good person?
Reading her letters to me,
Those
do I get
two.
the sense that she'd be into it?
You'd have to talk to her more. You would know, her dad was like obviously very anti-fluxed because he was really big on this whole campaign of like pretending that they were awful.
Which
and
she doesn't know yet.
she doesn't know that well, you don't know for sure, but you'd assume that she
Lauren
doesn't know.
told us about that.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
didn't tell her.
Yeah, but you can also assume growing up with a dad and your, the person you're taking the job from, your predecessor in the role, that you would probably share at least some of, like, it would be quite radical for her as the daughter and successor to have radically different views about the flux, so you might assume that she's probably quite anti.
Yikes, Jilly. That boy's going to have to grow up very quickly. That's terribly unfair.
But you're right that it's, the core tower is the centre of it, and none of you know very much about the core towers and how they work. You probably have tried to like suss it a little bit back in Constellation Sky, but there, it's like heavily protected and guarded, like it is here that the core tower's guarded. So none of you have like amazing intel on exactly how they work.
Okay, fuck, we have to talk to Vader.
I really, and I mean, she might have experienced a lot of things in her life telling her that the flux are bad, but also I don't think she's a bad person.
No, me neither. I think she's wonderful.
I think I know.
Sorry.
I think if we can present her with compelling evidence that all is not what it seems, maybe she'll listen to us.
Do you think Jilly should be there for that?
Maybe we should ask Jilly if he wants to be there.
Yeah, I think it's about him first
Yeah.
and foremost. Should we get back to the Wendy house and...
Yeah, let's go ask... You can see the Wendy house. We built some marvellous walls.
There's a poker table, a bed. It's all got everything you need in it,
And
really.
walls.
And walls, you built them yourself.
Yes.
What's it?
Okay, yeah.
I love walls.
Yeah, so why aren't we staying there then?
How long did it take us to get to Rendaway?
Yeah, like a few hours. You could, and you've spent the night. It's the morning, so you could travel there today and make it today.
We could go now. It's not close to here, unfortunately. Would you mind leaving the city?
Not at all.
Okay.
I'm ready for an adventure.
Let's go get Julie.
Yeah.
Hey.
And that's where we'll end our session!
Yeah!
Oh, ready for an adventure. I love that. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!